Yeah, that was an exhausting day for sure. And kind of one thing that really drew me to the project too, I was like, how's that gonna work? I wanna see how that works. Now I know. Don't know if I'd do it again, but I can say that I did it.
Ben, it's Nettie. She didn't come home last night.
Where is she?
Eric, this is a tough role for any actor because it requires Ben and Maisie to have some distance between them, but he still needs to be sympathetic. How do you walk that line with your portrayal?
I really love the way Jordan had set that dynamic up in the material. You know, like he's this academic who's trying to fulfill his duties on the one hand, and then he comes from this broken marriage, and he's so excited about his daughter coming to spend a semester with him in Berlin. And I love the way there was a bit of tension written into that. It wasn't like this kind of like cozy, pure fun relationship. It had a bit of real family dynamic in it, as well as a lot of love and humor. So I love the way that those two characters were written for each other. It made it very easy for Sadie and I to play.
Well, and Sadie, what do you find more challenging as an actor? Having to perform a believable meet cute on a train or having to be at the bottom of a water tank?
The water tank, that was really cold. It was rough. It was like fun. I definitely had fun doing that. But yeah, that was an exhausting day for sure. And
Yeah.
kind of one thing that really drew me to the project too, I was like, how's that gonna work? I wanna see how that works. Now I know. Don't know if I'd do it again, but I can say that I did it.
The meet cute being done so well just makes everything that comes after it so much more haunting. So, did
Yeah.
you work a lot towards like getting that to be believable?
Not really. I mean, me and Jonas, who played Martin, became really good friends when we were on set. So we kind of had this natural chemistry between us. And so that was one of the later scenes that we shot together. So at that point, we were good friends, and something like that was just really fun to do. And also with a film kind of so action packed like this, where a lot of the scenes you're doing aren't necessarily scene work, but it's a lot of bizarre situations, like, the bottom of a water tank or wherever you
Yeah.
find yourself. Doing a scene like that was so fun because it's just two people in a totally normal, everyday situation that one could find themselves in. So that
Yeah.
that was a different kind of fun to film.
Well, and I feel like cults are very in vogue right now in 2024. And so this movie very, very much hit me deep. And so if there's one thing that you both could have audiences take away from this film, what would that be? Yes, Sadie, I'll start with you.
I guess it just kind of paints a different picture for cults than I had seen, and kind of asks the question of like what qualifies as one, and what it's kind of that like wolf in sheep's clothing situation. And so for me, it kind of begged the question, how does a person fall into that? And how does a smart person too, who you wouldn't suspect, get into that situation? How do they find themselves down that path? And this kind of answered that question, at least for me.
Yeah, and it made me sort of question how many things are cults that we don't even really consider cults. Like how much is just the human kind of requirement to feel loved and part of something is kind of a cult without it really being labeled by society as a cult. Me going to watch my football team every week and being amongst the same people every week in the stand, like, is that a cult? Like, it kind of feels like one when I drill down on it. Like, so I think it's easy to be judgmental, but at the same time, like, we all have our own kind of versions of what they provide.
I'm so glad that I have both of you because there's one element in particular that I really want to ask about. The breathing scene. Where did that come from, Sylvia? Like, where did you have to bring that out of?
It's funny. Do you remember, Jordan? It was in the script, and then I was like, I just get so excited about these things. So I think I sent you an overload of breathing videos.
I've still got the video.
On my phone.
They're amazing. Yeah, we went Wim Hof crazy.
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
crazy with them. I looked up all the gurus and the breathing and the yoga stuff that they do, and yeah, just trying to find something that could have that build up in the film and doesn't necessarily scare you in the first
No, because you
hour.
think,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just a bit of yogic breathing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Was that a tough filming day?
No, it was actually so much fun.
That was
I
a
mean,
fun one.
Yeah, I mean, I actually thought I should do this in real life. I should actually do it. It's actually
Well, you
really
give it,
I
well,
thought
you
you
give
were
an
awesome.
absolutely phenomenal performance. So I love that scene in
Thank you.
particular. Jordan, I love this story. What was the most important element that you wanted to carry over from page to screen?
Oof, good Lord. So many elements. I think it's just the turmoil that was going on in all of the characters at all times, and the miscommunication, and just everybody feeling uncomfortable, and therefore making the audience feel uncomfortable.
Sylvia, your final scene is absolutely phenomenal. As an actor, how do you even prepare to get yourself into that headspace?
Yeah, that's a question. When you get asked that question, it's just something that happens. You get so entangled in the character, and you start living and breathing for her. At least it happens for me when something's written really well, and you're able to go along with the character, and you find all these. I sort of write a whole life of the character down in the beginning, preparation and stuff. And then, yeah, it just starts living and breathing when you're filming, and then that just sort of happens. It's a pretty wonderful scene to be playing.
Well, and if there's one thing that you could both have audiences take away from this film, what would that be?
Stay off the
I know,
internet.
it could be a bit broad.
Stay off the
Stay off the
internet.
internet. Start buying newspapers.
Yeah, I like that.
I've got a leak. Purify and start again.
Matt has been kidnapped.
You've no idea how to reconnect with your daughter. Start again.
Where is she?